In the summer of 1587, over 100 English settlers, men, women, and children, arrived on the shores of a small, fog-covered island off the coast of North Carolina. They called it Roanoke. To them, it was the beginning of a new life, a chance to build the very first English colony in the New World. But none of them knew that Roanoke would become one of the darkest mysteries in history. The settlers built homes, organized farms, and started forming friendships with nearby tribes. But the land was harsh, food was scarce, and sickness spread through the colony. Their governor, John White, knew they needed help. So he made a decision that would change everything. He would return to England for supplies, promising his family he'd come back quickly. As White stepped onto the ship and looked back at his people, he didn't realize this was the last time he would ever see them alive. The sea carried him home, but war awaited him. England was under attack, and his return to Roanoke was delayed, not by days, not by months, but 3 long years. In 1590, when John White finally returned to Roanoke, he expected to hear laughter, to see smoke rising from chimneys, to hear the familiar voices of his family. But instead, he was greeted by silence. Every house was torn down. Tools were scattered, tall grass had swallowed the pathways, not a single footprint remained. It was as if the entire colony had simply evaporated. On a wooden post near the entrance of the settlement, White found a single word carved deeply into the bark. CROATOAN. No cross, no distress symbol, just that one word. It was the only clue the colony left behind. White believed the settlers may have moved to CROATOAN Island, today known as Hatteras Island. But storms destroyed his ship's anchor. The crew refused to risk their lives, so he was forced to return to England without ever searching for the missing colony. And from that moment, their fate became an unsolved puzzle. Some historians say the settlers joined a local tribe. Others claim starvation or disease wiped them out. Some believe they were attacked or abducted. But the eeriest theories suggest something else. Something not entirely human. Witnesses from nearby villages spoke of pale figures in the forest. Whispers of voices at night. Stories of a curse on the land long before the English arrived. Archaeologists found European tools mixed with tribal artifacts. But no graves, no bodies, nothing concrete. Roanoke became a ghost story written into American history. A colony that vanished, a message carved into wood, and a silence that no one could explain. Over 400 years later, the mystery of Roanoke still stands. 115 settlers walked into the New World and were never seen again. Maybe they fled, maybe they were taken, maybe the land claimed them for itself. Whatever happened, Roanoke is still whispering its secret, waiting for someone brave enough to listen.